Welcome back. This is Teacher Josh, and we're taking a look at the Smithsonian. Man, this newspaper's loaded full of, magazine is loaded full of really cool stories. So the one we're going to look at now is called Fancy That. Fancy That. Super cool article. It says, unraveling the surprising science that gives colorful diamonds their special allure. What does allure mean? Allure means they attract you. They're highly desired. That's allure. So where do these colored diamonds come from? Specifically the red ones. Well, that's what this article is all about. They're extremely rare. And in a recent study, they have figured out where they come from. Let's check it out together. As mentioned a minute ago, we're looking at the Smithsonian, and we're in the April-May 2025 article of the Smithsonian. All right, let's head back to our rare diamond article. All right, so again, what's incredible is in this article, we are told that the Winston red diamond is one of the rarest and most distinguished colored diamonds in the world. It has this vivid red color, but it's extremely rare. You don't see it very often. I mean, check out the stats here. It says, aid out like an orchestra in a quiet gallery room. Oh, sorry, laid out. Laid out. So laid out just means they're on display, okay, in a gallery room. A gallery room is like a display area. It says 40 colorful gems have one of the planet's most distinguished conductors. A red diamond, 2.33 of the rarest carats in the world, shining like a little bit of magic. So the Winston red diamond, it's called Fancy Red, and I can't say, hold on, Gemological Institute of America. This is an organization that studies gems. Gems are like precious stones, okay? It says this particular fancy red diamond, the Winston red diamond, is super rare. I mean, really rare. This thing is 5.11 carats. That is a huge diamond. And stones like this are hard to come by. This particular diamond is at the National Museum of Natural History. At least it was there in 2023. And this particular diamond is so rare, it looks like it's full of fire. I like what it says right here, full of fire. It's super hard to find a red diamond because if it's just a little bit darker, it looks brown. If it's a little bit lighter, it looks pink. So it's just the perfect natural environment for this to happen. Let's take a close look at this diamond for a second. So this next paragraph here, it talks about the rarity of these diamonds. Okay, so this old mine-cut diamond, it says it's shaped like a square with rounded edges. It's stunning. Saturated hue. What does stunning mean? Stunning means amazing. Like it just amazes you. Saturated hue. The saturated hue means the hue is mixed into the entire diamond. Okay, so that's what saturated means. Usually we think of saturated when we think of water. Like something is saturated with water, it means it's completely wet, full of water. It mentions here only 30% of natural diamonds are considered gem worthy. Oh, so there's a lot of diamonds out there that just don't even get labeled as gems. Among that 30%, only 1%, okay, you can see the 1% gets the fancy color diamond label. All right, that means it has an unusual color, a beautiful color. Only 1% of all of that 30%. So super rare to find this kind of a diamond out there. All right, so the other thing that's interesting is we have these three institutions that team up, okay? And they invite Farfan invited 7 experts from 3 different organizations, the Smithsonian and the Paris School of Mines, to examine the diamond starting last June. So they studied these diamonds for 6 months, culminating. What does that word mean, culminating? That means the study ended by writing this paper. It means what came out of it, culminated. What came out of this study? Well, a research paper came out of the study. And it ended up going into this peer-edited journal called Gems and Gemology. The peer-reviewed journal published by the GIA. What's peer-reviewed means? Peer-reviewed means other peers, professionals in gemology, read the paper, commented on it. Basically, it's like sending this thing through the fire, right? The scientific fire. You're putting your findings out there for all the other experts to see and analyze. So that's pretty incredible. So what was the significance of this study? Significance means what's the importance of it? Look at the quote here by the GIA. It says, a natural diamond getting a fancy red color grade is extremely rare. First, it needs to be a perfect color in that range. And then the saturation needs to be perfect as well. Remember, saturation means the color throughout the diamond. If it's too light, it's pink. If it's too black, it's brown. So that's what makes this so rare. They talk about how this coloration happens. So as we keep looking here at the article, let's take a look right here. They talk about how this happens to the diamond. Okay, so basically the color comes from light and the way that light interacts with the materials. Okay, so interacts means how its relationship to the materials in the stone. The color comes from, look right here, it says from replacement of carbon atom by another element in the environment of the diamond when it grows. Okay, that's how this all happens. Yellow diamonds, yellow fancy diamonds, change because nitrogen impurities are in the diamond structure. So nitrogen is just a form of element that gets compressed with the carbon atoms, and it gives it that yellow hue. And that's pretty much how a diamond is formed. A diamond is formed under stress. Okay, stress just means pressure from the ground up above pushing down on it, and extreme heat. They say high temperatures and heavy pressure are what make these diamonds underground. So there you have it. We've got this really cool diamond on display, and it's a beautiful red hue or color. They end the article by saying it's the only true messenger of the deep earth. Why do you think they say that? The only true messenger of the deep earth. Well, because that's where you find diamonds. Under the pressure and heat, way underground, that's where these beauties are formed. Hey, thanks for joining me. That was so interesting. See you again soon.